episode 9 of season 4 of Torpedo League F2. Fortunately, I'm on my own, but we are here in Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. A late addition to the calendar, it has to be said. Yeah, because originally there was going to be like a 2 or 3 week break, but early this week the drivers requested that more tracks be added to the calendar, and as a result, we are here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. As you can see, it's a 4-race session, 15 drivers in so far, and it hopefully will be an exciting race. Hungary is how do they say it? It's a very tight and narrow circuit, a very tight narrow circuit. Challenge for all drivers, as Aishap is currently on starting lap at the moment in the UNI, so just go on board with him. Sliding turn on there, real struggle. Ducky goes top 1.5.2, but as we said, yeah, we are here for Hungary. It's just a tight circuit, high downforces to make. You know, overtake opportunity is quite limited, very easy to make mistakes if you just lose loads for that split second. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it will be a challenge for all the F2 drivers involved, as we obviously, as you can see, have a wet qualifying, but both races are dry. I believe they're both dry, I'm not too sure, but whoever the drives, Rossi goes to P1 with a 145.1 in the, that's the MP Motorsport, that's it, MP Motorsport, in the CJ in the high tech one, 7.9. That's not really a great lap, it has to be said. Let's see, second everybody, so we're going to sort out a few things first. Apologies for the silence, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to sort out a few things very quickly, but as the times are dropping, Aishap is on current provisional pole with 143.5. I missed that, I do apologise. The Kinky Carrot, I'm going to get used to saying that, aren't I? In P2 with the 144.6. Rossi gets squad driver in the session. CJ on now pole 142.3 in the high tech. Yeah, the British driver gets out of the way of his teammate Ivan Bo, who's going to go on his lap now. Okay, right. Lineup was joined. So far, only 6 drivers have set a lap in these conditions. It is heavy wets. I don't think the session doesn't look like it's going to be dry anytime soon. So there's going to be a challenge for all the drivers who are going to presumably be running dry setups. Is that Dolga? It is Dolga. What's the line? There's a 144.421 goes to P3 in the HWA. Let's see who else. Oh, Bunnies goes on provisional pole at 142.1. Bunnies, of course. One half of last season's champions Kramer, along with his teammate Freversin, who's currently in P12 at the moment. Bunny's actually won this race in Monaco with a quite commanding drive, it has to be said. I mean, that was just an epic drive from Bunny's. Dominating the race, even when the safety car came out, he just dominated. Yeah. Maybe he'll do that again. He's trying to get pole. Maybe for the first time in his Torpedo career, I'm not too sure. we'll have to wait and see. CJ's off the line, doesn't improve on his time. He's on a competitive lap. Trevisan, I'm not sure. I don't know. Going with Timbed, why not? In the Cherouse, I believe. Very nice car, it has to be said. Going on this long left hand at the penultimate corner. It's quite a challenge. If you turn in too early and get on that curve, you could spin. Come around the final corner. Be sure not to carry too much speed. You can easily understand one wide. He's a fairly clean though. And Tim's going to cross the line and he's going to set a 142.187 and he goes 400 off Bunnies. It's also into P2 between CJ and Bunnies. Of course, Tim Bedley, I think the second place man in the standings right now, if I'm not mistaken. I can't be too sure on that. I may be incorrect. I have no idea. Please forgive me for that. Hello, Sam. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for calling me that. He goes P6 on 143.6. Bunnies, I missed that as well. Bunnies is improving into the 141, so 141.9 by 5 minutes. I do apologise, I'm just not focused. I'm deeply sorry. No problem, Sam. But Bunnies in P1 at the moment. 10 drivers set time so far. Rossi unfortunately got disqualified for turning back around, but this game is broken as we know. Ferguson not going to set a better that time. Good 11. Nothing to write home about. Ivan is going to hop into the pits. Going to run a bit wide into the pits. Actually, CJ goes up into P2, displacing Tim with a 142.0, a 10th off Bunnies. So Bunnies and CJ looking quite strong at the moment, as well as Tim. The rest of the field aren't really. Oh, and CJ nearly spins into turn 1. But yeah, the top 3 looking quite strong, separated by 2 tenths and 2.5 tenths in fact. But the rest of the field are not looking strong, are not able to match their pace at the moment. As Jerfy takes a trip across the grass. I wonder if this car's a good lawnmower. We'll never know. Timbed goes now provisional pole 141.822 in the Cherouse, so definitely there's time to be found. There's definitely time to be found here, and clearly Timbed's found it. Is he going to go out for another lap? He probably is going to go for another run. So we're just going to go on board. We're going to stick on board with him. The man in second is the Championship, had an early lead in the earlier rounds as Epson Tim is now joined. So that's 2 HWAs on the grid now. Pineapple is pretty struggling with his internet issue. I don't know what's going on, but a bit of an issue there. There's a yellow flag for a car ahead. That's not bad. Oh, Tim! Whoa! 5th improvement. What? That's insane improvement. The track must be improving, surely. That is insane. Insane time bound. Just gonna go through this chicane. I hope there's a chicane. I'm not sure. I'm not good with these kind of things. Decided to mess up, but so far the lap was quite decent actually. From the man in the Cherouse. Now navigating this section fairly well to be challenged. Does run too wide, a bit of sliding there. Oh, he's lost a lot of time. It's to only 3/4 of a tenth up, heading into the final sector. Oh, he nearly loses it on the corner exit there. The risk, kicking out beneath him, coming around this really interesting left-hander. A lot of sliding, but he goes into the pit lane. He goes into the pit, so he's not going to finish the lap. Maybe he's not happy with how the second half of the lap went, but he's not going to finish it. So far he's currently on pole. Caesar's going to come to the pits as well. Ferguson is invalidated. Max is invalidated, and that was a Leroy in the Carlin. One of the new drivers for this weekend. I think he's a permanent driver as well. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Come on, Scott and Adrian. Yes, Adam supporting the 2 Primus, of course. Yeah, we're gonna go on board Leroy here. So far, looks an okay lap. I'm not really sure how fast it is because he's only set a 2-minute lap time, so we can't really get a good comparison between his lap time and others, so we're just going to have to see in the sector splits really. He is 11 seconds up, so that's encouraging. That is 11 seconds up. I mean, if he wasn't at least 11 seconds up on his time, then that would have been poor. But so far, it's looking in like an okay lap. We'll have to wait and see where this puts him in the leaderboard. So many drivers are in the pits right now, so it's hard to get an accurate display at the moment. Coming around the final corner, this right-hander, very nice right-hander. I like this corner. And onto the straights. He doesn't open up the DRS because it's raining, and he sets a 1:45.5, and it's only in P10, so it's not a great lap. Has to be said. He needs to improve on that by 3-4 seconds. He wants to even challenge for one of the top positions. Who was it? All drivers on an hour lap. Max, gonna go on board with him. People said the 2, not sure if that's true or not, because we know that this game is broken. The championship leader, of course, and he'll be looking to extend that lead coming out of Hungary. He's driven well this season, actually. He's taken some fairly dominant wins, and sometimes he's been unlucky, but he's definitely been the best driver of the season so far, it has to be said. As he comes around the final corner on the straight, what time he's going to set? P5, 1:43.0, 1.2 seconds slower than Tim, actually. That's quite concerning. Detail. Bitted best. Bitted, right. It's quite concerning from Max, actually. I mean, P5 is not bad, but he's so far, he's over a second off pole position. He's got a lot of time to find somewhere, but he's done some magical things before, so maybe this could be next in line of the magical things that he does, as he is improving by a very small amount in sector 1. I'm not really sure if that's purple or not, but I'm gonna go on board with him for sector 2. It's a very technical section, has to be said. Very easy to lose time there. Oh, he's sliding, and he spun the car coming out of the chicane. He's pushing the limits a hell of a lot, and pushing him to the car a hell of a lot, and that kind of cost him. And then he spun. Let's see who's on a lap now. We're going to go more with Dolga. He's going to improve. He's up on his last. He's up on the 7th sector. So will you see him jump up the field? No, go a very 3,000 improvement. Stays in position, but that's not great. Not improvement there from Dolga. Asting Stam, the top through CJ Bonds and Tim are looking very much strong right now, as we have 8 viewers. Thanks to everyone who's watching, and we do appreciate it. I'm on my own for today. Unless we have someone join, who knows? We could have someone join mid qualifying, who knows? And I will be on my own. A guy can dream, though. A guy can dream. Tim, he says he improves again. I missed that as I'm looking down on my iPad. He improves at 1:41.7. Good outlet from Tim. He's finding time. Purple in sector 1 and 3, and CJ's actually got the edge in sector. No, he doesn't. No, this game's broken. Anyway. Yeah, Tim finding time where others seem to be losing it, in fact. So Tim so far looking like an early favourite for that pole position. 12 minutes to go in the session, and he's gone purple in sector 1 again, so let's see who else. So we have to look at the pits now. Oh, Jerky's on the grass. So that's Tittenman's on the grass, I think, the pits. My dog is down his lap. Lap, so we'll go back on board a Tim bed. Do apologize for the lack of variation, but So many drivers are in the pits right now, so you know, um, you know, not really, not really much to talk about, I guess, unfortunately. So if you have any questions, leave it below. Maybe I'll answer that while this is going on. As Tim's going to cross the line, he's not going to open up the DRS. Is he going to go faster? Yes, he does. A 141.397, a 3.5 improvement, and he is looking ultra strong today. He's looking ultra strong. So far, looking really on. Looking like I can match him as the Kinky Carrot again. I don't really want to. I'm just going to call him the Carrot. He's gone into P9. One more saying. I'm not saying. I'm gonna stop saying. I'm just gonna say the Carrot. I'm not gonna say the other name for obvious reasons. Yeah, he goes into P9, dogs across the line, and stays in P10. He improves, but doesn't improve by much. He stays in P10, and that's really it. Not really a competitive lap at the moment. I don't know. What? Ivan goes in P. Why I missed that completely? What? Ivan in P1 with the 141. That is a shock. It has to be said. I was not expecting that. Ivan, the Italian, the high tech goes into pole position. That is very much a surprise. I was not expecting that, and I missed it again. I keep missing things. I do apologize. It's just my bad. My bad. That is like CJ who spun around. It has. His team is going to pass him, and Max is going to pass him. The man in P4 at the moment is spun around trying to push the limit to the car. It happens, I guess. Hello. Yes, Charlie, you can join us if you want. You can join me if you want, Charlie. Okay, so we are now back. We're going to look at Ducky in the Trident in P5 at the moment. So he's actually improving. It looks like on his time. So we can see if he can bring us closer to the top 4. Because it looks like the top 4, maybe even the top 3. But they just say the top 4 really look quite strong compared to the rest of the field. So we're going to see Ducky in the Trident can close that gap to them, maybe challenge them, as he's known. He's now 3 tenths down, so that's not going to be an improvement. Maybe I jinxed him. Who knows if Tictum is probably going to start a lap now. Sliding for the final corner, in fact. So Trevisan only saying a 144.2. He's really struggling at the moment. Only in P12, but his teammate Bunny's in P3. So it's a case of two Primers at the moment. One doing really good, one doing quite poorly. That was a Leroy in P13 on debut, Nick in P14, Matt Marsh, or Matt Marr. I presume his son is Marsh, but I could be wrong. Matt Marr. Right. Okay, let's use on a lap now. There's really not many people on competitive laps. Give me a second, guys. I do apologize for the blue screen. I'm going to have to do something fairly quickly. Yes, my lap record will be broken. Yes, David, it will not be broken. And I'm now going to try and invite Charlie to join me in co-commentary when the thing's broken. Oh, for God's sake. You know what, I'll just invite him off. I'll invite him off to qualifying. I won't always definitely between as CJ goes into P2 with a 141.275. So it's a high-tech 1-2 at the moment. Good job from the high-tech boys. What can Tim and Bunnies do? Bunnies has invalidated this lap, so we'll have to try and go again next time. I mean, I would invite you, David, but the servers are just broken. The friends list is broken, so it's impossible. I want to finish the rest of qualifying first before I invite people. As Ferguson is in P10 at 143.7. Great lap from him. There's Leroy spun. Looks like Nick spun as well. So both Carlins are spinning. Matt Marr is going to start his lap in the Charouz, teammates with Tim, of course. Oh, nearly loses it to turn 1. Oh, he does go off track at turn 1. He somehow managed to keep the car in a straight line, so that's good for him. Let's see, he's just going to go on another lap. So there's about 5 minutes to go left in the session. So far, there's a high-tech 1-2, which is not something that I would have predicted heading into this race, but hey-ho. Can't always get them right as CJ goes off track and sets a purple sector 2. Very, very interesting there from CJ, but the game doesn't feel like for it, so we'll just act like it didn't happen, eh? We'll act like that didn't catch downstream. He's going to come around the penultimate corner as well. This long left-hander, easy to just turn into and then get caught. That curve as he comes down the final corner. Will he dislodge Ivan and put himself up into P1? CJ's going to come across the line. He does 141.006, and CJ is so far on provisional pole position ahead of his teammate Ivan. And Tim is going to start another lap, and Bunny's in P4. I'm going to go on board with Bunny's as he's further up the road. In the red Prema, these for the front four are looking really strong at the moment. Either one of them can get a pole, but nevertheless, we're going to have to see 1.5 tenths up through sector 1 on his personal best. So far good. It's a good start to the lap there from Bunnies. Make sure it doesn't turn into the good too much. Oh, he slide the car sliding along. He goes off track. He somehow manages to not invalidate there, but that's going to lose him a bit of time as he comes with this tight hairpin and he invalidates. So he's lost time there. What's Tim doing? Tim is not improving on his time at the moment. He's about 4 tenths down on his 4 or 5 tenths down on his personal best. So far not good from him. Apple's left the session. So many drivers are improving actually. Guy Chapel on lap, he's definitely improving as he's going to just come on from start finish line. And he goes up into P4, 141.9. It's a good lap there from Guy Chapel, dislodging Bonnie's by 1,000th of a second. Is anyone else improving? Tim Betts at the fastest sector 2 of the entire session. What can he do? Can he put himself up into P1? We will have to wait and see. He's going to come around the final corner. The German in the Charouz, of course, and last season's champion, and so it goes, drove for Charouz. Will Tim Bed also win the championship? Will he go on pole? He does, 140.9. First driver into the 1 minute 40s. And that is a very good lap from Tim Bed. What can CJ and Ivan do? CJ's just going to stop on track. He's probably run out of fuel. Ivan is actually improving. He's hit 2 green sectors, so will he be able to, as Leroy goes into P6, 142.4, very good lap there from the Carlin driver. What can Ivan do? He's going to come around the final corner. He was green in both sectors. Ooh, a bit of sliding there. He's going to cross the line. Will he go on pole? Yes, he does, 140.6. The man in the high-tech, the Italian, a former F1 driver, is now on provisional pole. Grey helmet to match the grey car. And what can Tim or even Guy Shap and maybe even Bunnies do? Eversar Tictum goes to P4, 141.8. As Apple keeps leaving and even rejoined the session. Is Bunnies on a lap? Yes, Bunnies is improving. Tim also. Purple sector 1 from Tim Bed, so he's doing, I mean, this is a purple sector. I'm not sure that's actually a purple sector. It is a purple sector 1 from Tim Bed, so he could still get pole. It's still not over yet as Ivan has gone green in the first sectors. Tim does not. He's set a yellow middle sector, but he's still probably up on his time. It looked like a good first sector. We shall see what is going on. Guy Chapman is in P3. Yes, Guy Chapman's in P3, 140.9, so good lap there. Bunny's 140.3. So the Prema driver is now on pole. What can Tim do in response to that? A CJ sets a purple sector 1. Would Tim go on pole? He does, a 140.011. The times are dropping as we speak. The CJ has run out of fuel. Is Ivan improving? Yes, Ivan, 2 green sectors at the moment. Will he find some time in the final sector? So far, Tim is on pole, but Ivan has driven really well. Both high-techs have driven really well. Oh, he spins it. Ivan spins it. That may be the end of his qualifying. It's a really awkward position. He's kind of on the racing line. He can't really do much. He's going to have to reverse off it. I do hope that's not at the end of his qualifying. Will he have time to set one more lap? He does have time to set one more lap. But Bunnies has spun as well. He was going to be at a purple sector 1. So it looks like Tim is going to get pole position by merit of the 2 guys behind him. Make a mistake, but Ivan's going to go for one final lap. He's got time. So Tim has invalidated his lap, so he's retired from the session. He's not going to be his time. So far, Tim thinks he's done enough to get pole position. Ivan, we're going to go on board with, we're going to go on board with Ivan. Matt Marsh is in P6. I missed that as well completely. I do apologise to Matt. I completely missed that. I'm getting too caught up with what's going on at the front. The checker flag is dropped. What can Ivan do? Can he make his way into the front row and even get a pole position? We shall wait and see. What can Ivan do in sector 1? He is 1.5 tenths up actually. So far it's a decent-ish sector 1 from Ivan. He's going to have to try and find some more time in sector 2 and 3. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Because Bunny's not going to improve, it looks like. Gaishav's not going to improve either. CJ won't improve. And Matt could improve. No, Matt was not going to improve. He said he crashed into the wall. But so we're going to go back on board with Ivan as we see a bit of front wing just flying off into the distance. What can Ivan do? The Italian, the high tech. He's got a couple of podiums this season. He's lost out on a race. He lost out on a race winning somewhere. I'm not sure where, but he lost out on a race in somewhere. Is he going to improve into the 2? Yes, indeed. He says a purple sector 2, in fact. So Ivan, he's looking like he can get pole position here. He's got 2 more corners to go. This left-hander, he spun here on the previous lap, but he makes it round. He's got 1 more corner to go. This long right-hander. Will we see Ivan get his first pole position in Torpedo F2? The high-tech driver from Italy come around the final corner into 3rd gear. Open up the power now. He's going to cross the line and set a 1:39.7, and Ivan's on pole for the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a lap there from Ivan, a 1:39.7. The only driver in the 1:39s. That is a brilliant lap there. Good job from the Italian. That's 4 extra points for his troubles as well. Found a lot of time in sector 2 and 3. So taking advantage of the track evolution. And we have an unexpected pole sitter in Ivan in the high tech, the only driver in the 1:39s. I was 1.5 sec. Oh, CJ was 1.5 seconds up right up in the last corner. That's what they call pain, I think. That's definitely what they call pain. But Ivan in the high tech getting pole position. His first pole position of the season. Very good there from the Italian driver. Tim Baird joining him on the front row. Then we have Bonnies in P3, who is a bit of a master in these wet conditions, it has to be said. And then Gaishab in P4, a decent qualifying from him. CJ in P5, good showing from the high tech. Matt in P6 on debut. FSR in P7. Max, the championship in P8. Leroy, another driver on debut in P9. Jeff in P10. Duck in P11. Dog in P12. Reverson P13. The Carrot in P14. Negan in P15. Iron Apple in P16. Rossi in last place after he got disqualified from the race. And this is where I invite Charlie to commentate with me because I don't want to be alone. Right, where's Charlitos? As we are now waiting on the grid for the feature race, the first of the 2 races, of course. Ivan, the surprise pole sitter, in fact. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining me, Charlie.
Good.
Being alone is not quite fun.
I know from experience.
Yeah, but yeah, so thank you for joining me. I'm sure you watched qualifying, and Ivan is on pole, which is
Yeah,
a bit of a surprise, has to be said.
yeah.
I was definitely not expecting to need to put the telemetry
Quite a
on.
lot of surprises from that quali
There
session.
was
Like
quite a
for
lot.
Sim being so far down,
Mm,
he just doesn't like the wet it seems.
yeah. Yeah, exactly, indeed. Um, but we're here we're on the formation app now, so maybe I'll just run through
Yeah, could I
tyres.
get an invite to the lobby, please?
Oh yeah, you're in the lobby. I forgot. I
It's
don't know
gonna
why I
be.
just thought yes. I don't know. I just thought yes. You're in the lobby as well. Okay, well, we've got a blue screen. Oh god, the invite's just not working. For fuck's sake. It's so frustrating sometimes. Right, there you go. Okay. Okay, you should have gone invite. Did you get to the invite?
Yep, I've got it.
You did. All right. So everyone's staying on the softs, as the exception of Bunny's has gone for the alternate strategy. He's staying on the mediums. He's actually quite good in the wet. He qualified P3. He'll be very happy with that. He's well ahead of his teammate Ferguson, of course, as we said, who doesn't like the wet. He's all down in P. He's all the way down in P12.
Failed to join session.
Failed to join session. Can you jump through my profile? Oh, I'm not being online. Can you jump through someone's profile maybe? Because it's on friends only. I think it may be on friends only. I'm gonna keep inviting you anyway.
Gotta love Codemasters and PlayStation Network.
I agree. Useless.
Connecting to Tim. Okay, there we go.
But we're now gonna go on the grid for the feature. It's the first of the two races. Of the session, in fact. All the drivers on soft, except for Barney's on the mediums. But we're now getting ready for 19 laps off this feature race, and we are just waiting for. Oh, don't tell me the thing's broken.
Does it show who's not loading in?
No, I can't see it. It's probably Iron Apple. He's struggling with this. He's been struggling with his internet the whole time.
Well, I can't change view from the onboard, so. Tim's gone in AI mode, and he's the admin, so.
Yep. Well, I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, for the waits. I may as well ask, how are you doing, Charlie? Have you been doing well in life?
I think it is Iron Apple as he is in reverse.
Yeah, his and I may as well ask you, who do you think is going to win the race? If we even have a race, that is.
I want to say Tim. I think Ivan needs to work on his consistency a bit, but if he can keep it consistent, the laps he put in quali were very good.
Yeah.
So he's always a shout. Max is always very quick in the dry, so we could see a good fight through the field from him.
Apparently it's Tim who we have to wait for. His internet's shocking, so that's.
Oh yeah, he's left.
He left.
He's got across. No.
Oh great. So I don't see these things. All right. Migrating host. Okay.
There we go.
My game's crashed. Stream's gone. Stream